Good evening, folks. A very warm welcome to you all. James here once again, and just checking in to wish you a very happy what's left of International Pipe Smoking Day. I've only just about had a chance now to sit down and enjoy a pipe after a busy day, and I've noticed there's some welcome familiar faces on YouTube that have given their greetings for the day, which is great to see, and I have a few to catch up on still. And once again, just quite surprised how quick 12 months has gone since the last International Pipe Smoking Day, and I note that that I am, as usual, smoking my Blake Bar, and this was purchased 5 years ago now for International Pipe Smoking Day, and it's about 2013, I believe. So it's been a trusty pipe, and it's been well travelled and enjoyed greatly. And I probably said a very similar thing last year, but yeah, this is one of the favourites, and it's my St Bruno pipe. I've never smoked anything else in it, and it has this lovely sweet flavour to it now. So very pleasing, and I've gone for a period of not smoking a huge amount, but you know, just enjoying as usual what I do smoke. And oh, by the way, as the new year flashes on, fast approaching March now, which is just staggering. I hope everybody's having a wonderful 2018 so far. As I say, time has flashed by, and I notice I didn't manage to post anything in January, so a bit disappointed about that, because I had things planned, but for one reason or the other, just didn't happen. So anyway, here I am now. Just a very quick hello to everybody. Thanks very much for subscribing, if you've subscribed recently, and I hope you've been enjoying some of my postings over the period of time I've been on here. And as I say, I continue to enjoy watching everybody else. I've been fairly quiet, just enjoying the plentiful offerings on here. But I do appreciate everybody's postings, and I do really so much enjoy watching the range of people that we have on here in the community. And so yes, I shall continue to do so. So really, not a great deal of any great spectacular event has happened really since my last posting. Nothing out of the ordinary. One thing that was really quite sad was I learnt that a former colleague of mine sadly passed away through a fairly sort of sudden period of illness, and I've spoken about him actually in a video I did quite a number of years back, and he was indeed somebody that sort of inspired my sticking to trying to smoke a pipe in my early days of trying, when I was struggling somewhat. And I guess really he was the first person I really was able to you know, share a relaxed smoke with, and indeed the only pipe smoker that I was really sort of able to converse with. I might add, we didn't really have an awful lot in common other than pipe smoking and an interest in sort of mechanical things and old cars. So that was enough just to keep things ticking over. And well, of course, obviously we were working the same job essentially. But he was a man of the country. He was very relaxed, very rarely uptight, as indeed we find with most pipe smokers. Rather alarmingly, he did destroy pipes quite rapidly. He wasn't one for looking after his briars, and they'd be quite unceremoniously scraped into peculiar shapes and smoked continuously. Always St Bruno, and always taking in huge gulpfuls of thick smoke, which just seemed to just disappear. He was a hardened smoker, but yeah, a lovely chap all in all. He was a family man, and he'd been retired less than 12 months, and it was really very sad. And as I say, he kind of was in part an inspiration in my sort of pipe smoking story. So yeah, he'll be greatly missed, and he had a wonderful send-off. He kind of assumed that there would be limited interest in his parting, but in actual fact it was standing room only at his funeral. And so yes, he a very popular chap, and be very sadly missed. So anyway, so there we are. These things happen. This is part of life, and I say it'll be is part of a lot of splendid memories. And so really today, as well as it being International Pipe Smoking Day, I shall smoke this bowl, partly in his sort of remembrance. So yes, there we are. Let's have another light up. I haven't really been smoking a huge range of different things. You'll probably realise this from my posting. I do try things now and again, different to my usual habits, but I have to say St Bruno is always a steady constant in my sort of smoking regime, and is just a good old sort of faithful friend, really, and always tasty. I've been enjoying some Orientals in between, which I've I've found them to be very easy to smoke, which is great, and they can be fairly sort of fairly complex, and probably improve with a bit more concentration, but I have a couple which I find I can smoke pretty much all the while, and I really enjoy them, and their sort of characteristics. Trying to think of the two I've got. Actually, a couple that Brad sent me, and so I've sort of still getting through them. As I say, I don't smoke a huge amount. Maybe the odd bowl, perhaps possibly a bowl a day or something like that, maybe. But having a few to choose from, things tend to last reasonably well. So I've been enjoying that. And as far as what will follow, I intend to show you some things I had for over the festive period. I've got various sort of friends that are well aware of my interest in pipes and pipe smoking, and it's they know that it's a surefire way to you know, deliver a very pleasing pleasing gift. So I've got a couple of great things that people got me that I will share with you at some point. But I think I shall cut it off there. As I say, thank you very much for subscribing. I wish you all very well, and until the next time, cheerio, and keep the cameras rolling, keep the pipes puffing.